great opportunity for creators. I think evolution is something everyone keeps forgetting. Everyone gets a little too stuck on what worked. That worked just means that it worked at that time. It's like you're dating somebody and then you break up, but you 10 years later also, every time you think of that person, you still feel a little bit of attached. It doesn't mean you're in love with that person now. It just means you're in love with that idea of that person back then, the memory of that person. Similarly for content, we are very attached to our success, how it became, but we are not ready to evolve into any new form. Earlier for YouTube, it was consistency is key. Before that, it was once a month, hub hygiene and hero content. Then it was consistency is key. And now it is like, now it's just like topical, trending. What do you want to talk about? Trending, how do you make it trend? What's a viral formula? I'm not saying it's becoming that. I'm just saying it's evolving. And the thing is, if I'm stuck with, no, I'm an artist, I need to do this way, then that's fine. That's your ecosystem. But you can't blame anyone new what comes in with a completely new, radical, revolutionary way of creating content. That's just jealousy in a way. So for me, when OTTs are coming in, it is kind of challenging the creator to think further. Like I would have never imagined, I mean, it would have been a dream and an ambition to create a series or to create a story, whether it's a movie or web series or whatever. Now with the OTTs coming in, it gives us the opportunity to pitch. So the good thing with pitching is that it forces you to write an idea, a log line, a one-pager, a two-pager. You have to finish the story, you have to write a screenplay, you have to give possible cast breakdowns, you have to give a cost breakdown, you have to give a season arc, a story arc, a character arc. These 11 to 12 things you have to do just to pitch. You know the amount of clarity you get on a story? So that means just because I'm going to pitch on something I might not get, I have a full story in place. I wouldn't have made that effort if the OTT wasn't here. If I was going to create it on my own and I'll, now that the race is there, everyone's like, no, I need to do it. So we're doing it. The priority shifts. So for me, OTTs coming into the game is a great game changer because now it's forcing me to become a storyteller that I wanted to do, but always pushed it in the back of my head. I'm like, no, how can I do it, dude? Storytellers are like directors and they are very experienced. They're so good. Who am I? I'm just a guy who writes one or two jokes. People usually don't laugh. What is this? People watch my show only because celebrities do to kuch bhi nahi hai. Anyone would have hosted the show, they would have watched it for the celebrities. This is an insecurity every creator feels. Every creator. So within that thing, all this is going on, insecurity, they're like, hey, by the way, there's an offer. Okay, cool, I need to write. So we would always keep doubting our work, but because there's an opportunity that presents, you're like, okay, I'll deal with you guys later. I have to finish this. And you put it through and like, oh my God, another opportunity. Like, I need to do this through. So with the OTTs coming in, it's kind of taking us out of our depression. Just to work. Go ahead and work. So bachpan se, I never had control on television. My mom used to have autonomy over the remote. So mom used to come home at 5 and I wouldn't be able to watch TV. I'll go out and play, come back, homework or computer. That's been my life. And from 6:30 to 10:30, Malayalam serials are on. Stree Punni Janmam to Charulada. These are like Malayalam serials that I remember from then. Mom used to just watch that. So I didn't get TV. I did not get TV. Sunday mornings was church, so I never got Mahabharata or anything. No Sunday morning cartoons, nothing. So TV has been out. TV has always been an alien thing to me. I never got addicted to TV because I never got the opportunity to watch TV. I believe no. I think there is always a transitional thing. For example, Bigg Boss is a great example where you would watch somebody who would watch a Graham Norton show would also watch a Bigg Boss. It's not because one show is better than the other. They're just two different points. One is voyeuristic and the other one's a good fun interview. But both are not bad, but both are just two good shows. I have never gotten into Bigg Boss. But I have a feeling if I start watching it, maybe I'll start really into it.
Connect to the character.
I might. I just haven't. Because number one, lack of time. And then I'm just like, I would much rather watch hot nickel ball on silicon gel melt in slow motion at 1000 frames per second. It's just something therapeutic about that. Or watch Vsauce 2 and understand what is an alternate dimension. Yeah, we are all simulation, that's true. Or none of this matters. This is not pain. The simulation coming from a fifth dimension, which is where we exist. You know what I mean? Like things like that. I would much rather check out and watch that than watch reality television. Not because it's bad. I never had the opportunity to get involved in getting myself used to that content.
And kind of content that has been rolled out, talking about sex, or putting up intimate scenes, talking about using a lot of cuss words, seem to be an immediate way to grab eyeballs, which has become a norm with a lot of content creators, blah blah blah. So do you think this kind of becoming like a catalyst for the entire content ecosystem in digital space? Because अब देखोगे YouTube के top trending thumbnails में भी आप देखोगे तो आपको दिखेगा कि बहुत सारे sleaze element immediate eyeballs grab.
I mean, this is what I think, man. Like I said, freedom, right? If you're putting this thing up, someone's putting something really sexist up, right? I would feel very offended. I will not watch it. But this person, whoever put the most sexist thumbnail up, example, in this hypothetical situation, give him 5 years or give her 5 years. I'm sure they will evolve and they'll like, oh, what I did was terrible, because at a point in time, even I made terrible jokes. But I'm apologetic for that then, but now I'm apologetic for that. But then I would still continue to make jokes which hopefully will be funny and will run the test of time. No one is 100% hit rate. So but if I'm looking at a YouTube trending page or whatever, I would continuously keep watching it. I'm like, is my video there? No? Well, I guess I have nothing to do here. I'll just go to something else. Because I know what I'm watching. Then with this YouTube new analytic, it keeps throwing at you videos that you like watching on a pattern.
Yeah.
I just need to find 5 videos that I've seen in a row, and I do it instinctively. I love Prateek Kuhad's music. So I watched one Prateek Kuhad music video, and then I wrote Prateek Kuhad playlist, and I let a couple of songs finish, and I knew automatically when I open YouTube next, Prateek Kuhad and likewise artists will come, and that was great. So I'm tuning my, like, I got into meditation in the middle, where I'm like, I just opened up some meditation, 2-3 videos, one after another, skip through it. After that, it's all the best meditation. Same thing I did with sleep. I forgot what it's called, man. Lucid dreaming. I tried that. I watched 5 videos, and just everything is lucid dreaming. So I've utilized the YouTube analytics to make sure when I open YouTube, I'm watching something that keeps me interested. So I keep watching things that are really interest me though. But mostly it's how-to things and training videos, because in the time that I get, I'm like, how do I edit this better? Or what is a 3-point lighting better with this light? It's more informative for me for YouTube. OTTs I'm watching, such as Punisher, Man in the High Castle, American Gods. Then obviously you have your Stranger Things and Game of Thrones, etc., etc. Last week, Lakhon Mein Ek. I'm not saying it because he's there. Yes, 100%. Everybody is competitive. Yeah. Everybody is competitive. There is nobody who's not competitive. Anyone who says I'm not competitive और जलती नहीं है, सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं. सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं, सबकी जलती है. Everyone gets jealous of someone else's success, no matter how close you are to them. But the good thing about this is, because it's just an industry that's growing up, we are growing. Example, Biswas, Lakhon Mein Ek came up. I saw the series and I was just like, it is such a moving series. I wish I created that. That is the jealousy. But what comes out of that is like, I wish I created that. You know what? I should create that. I should create a show. That's why I'm going to write a show. So literally it kind of inspires you to write a show. Otherwise, if he wouldn't have done that, I would be like, bhai, aaram se dikhenge. It'll be a new concept. It's a drama. You know, it'll have some tragedy. I'm gonna add a little bit of like sense of happiness and sadness. It's there. And now you feel like, shit, I wish I would have done that. So there's more fire in your ass. So you end up doing more. I think there are many it's like being famous is a gradient, right? You have all the way from Abish Mathew to God. So which level of famous are you at is what matters. I think I'm at a state of popularity where at a airport somebody will come and say, hey, I was googling you, your penis, no? You did that penis, right? And I'm like, yes, I'm penis. Oh, dude, क्या बस वीडियो था यार? अरे तू बिल्कुल हो. And I'm like, yeah, I have a show called Son of Abish. You should watch that. Huh? Yeah. Okay, cool. Photo? Oh, yeah, sure. Let's take that. So I'm at that cusp, where you get some people who then the next level is some people come and say, hey, you're Abish, right? So I'm still at the you're Abish, right? I'm not like, oh my God, you're Abish. You're not. You haven't reached that point yet. So there is that waiting to happen. So I think in that gradient with season 3, that's kind of slowly gone like, hey dude, I love that show that you do with Vidya and Dulkar. I'm like, that's just one episode. That's not an entire show that I do with them again and again. So it's just, I'm that. Nobody knows. I don't know. We're all learning. Okay, so example for me, I'm very addicted to working. I'm not saying this in a superficial way. I check out from personal life and real life by working, because the amount of effort you put at work, you put your work out there, and you feel gratified by the audience. What else do you want? Like in the book, The Science of Habit, you have the cue, you have the routine, and you have the reward. My cue is to work, my routine is to work, and my reward is gratification or hatred, but approval. Somebody out there is going, हाँ इसको देखा है, oh ये video अच्छा था और ये video बुरा था, whatever. I really enjoy working. Generally, really enjoy working. Everyone around me, family, personally, and everyone around is super supportive with work. Never asked me to do anything than what I'm doing. So that was a big driving factor for me to go like, okay, I should continue doing whatever I want to do right now. The only thing I really enjoy doing is learning new things. I'm not an editor, but I love editing. I love learning videos on editing. I'm not a musician, but I love learning how to program drums. What is the frequency a snare is at? It's just so informative that maybe it's because I did history, and I realized that when I did history, if someone used to challenge me on a point which is about history, I would tell them a point about history, and I feel like, oh, I knew that. Wow, bhai, tu to bada intelligent hai. So automatically, just like a routine. So I would say personally, I work a lot. I just generally enjoy working, and when I'm not working, it's not like I dislike sleeping. I drink hot water. I don't know. Personally, I work a lot, so I guess I like working. I have this one rule that I might not be talented or skilled, but I can work my ass off to learn. Two words: go again. Go again. You put a video, 200 views, go again. You put a video, 50 views, go again. You put a video, 175 views, go again. Another video, 300 views, go again. Another video, 1000 views, go again. Another video, 50,000 views, go again. Another video, 100 views, go again. 500 views, go again. Go again. If you're nice to people, you create an environment where everyone's happy and you're less stressed. The work is already very stressful. Online itself is very stressful. People are hating, liking, opinionated. It's just, there's so much opinions flowing around, which is great for us to evolve. So for the people around you, if you're nice to them, because they're investing their time, like how much money you're paying. No one ever pays enough money that you want. You always negotiate on cost. You will ask for Chand Tara, but you will settle for a fire extinguisher. It's not even related, but you'll, okay, theek, kuch to mil raha hai. So everyone's there for something. Either they want to learn or they want to earn money. So they're there giving time. So the least you could do is just nice to them, because you're not working on them forever. Even if they're an employee, sab chhod ke jayenge. Sab tum maroge akele. So the point is, just be nice to people and they'll go happy. They might come back again and work with you, but
Be good to you.
yeah, just be good to people. That environment just keeps you like that. I see. People say like, share, subscribe. I would say don't like. It doesn't matter. You're wasting your time pressing that like. It doesn't help anybody. Share on a different level helps, because you're sharing. That means more people get to know about what's happening. Then comes the highest level of honor, which is subscribing. That means that you have agreed to listen to this guy bullshit his career through and fool you into thinking this guy is important because he's sitting with a celebrity, that means you've agreed to the scam that this guy is running. So on a scale, I would say that depends upon how much you like somebody. You like it. You like someone, share it. If you really like it, subscribe to it. That's what I would say.